you ever wondered why we keep going back to Friends? Even though we already know every joke, every breakup, and every "we were on a break" debate. And yet, we still rewatch Friends. Not once, not twice, but like 27 times. Minimum. Why does this show, with its simple plots and tiny New York apartments, feel like a warm blanket on a bad day? There is something strangely healing about this show. Today, we're diving deep into the psychology, nostalgia, and emotional design behind why Friends feels almost therapeutic. Let's step inside Central Perk, metaphorically. 1. The show mimics a safe social circle. Humans are wired to seek community. But modern life? Isolating, busy, fragmented. Friends gives us something our brains deeply crave: a small, predictable, emotionally supportive tribe. Think about it. The same people, the same meeting spots, the same rhythm of interactions. Psychologists call this parasocial bonding, where your brain treats fictional characters as real companions. So when Chandler makes a sarcastic comment, or Phoebe sings something bizarre, or when the theme song plays, your brain goes, "Oh, good, my people are back." And for many of us, especially during stress, loneliness, or burnout, this becomes a powerful emotional medicine. It's not just a show, it becomes a social substitute, one that never drains you or judges you. 2. Predictability reduces anxiety. Life is unpredictable. Friends is the opposite. Friends follows a very gentle emotional pattern. Every episode has small problem, some jokes, some chaos, a few misunderstandings. Everyone ends up fine. No shocking twists, no life-threatening danger, and no violent surprises. Your nervous system loves this. Therapists say predictable media helps reduce cortisol because your brain isn't preparing for danger. It's relaxing into familiarity. That's why rewatching episodes feels so calming. You know exactly what's coming. It's like emotional meal prep. All the feelings, none of the uncertainty. 3. Lovably flawed characters we can see ourselves in. If you think about it, every character is a mess, but a safe mess. Rachel runs away from her own wedding. Ross gets divorced more often than most people change phone cases. Monica, a competitive neat freak with Olympic-level intensity. Chandler uses sarcasm as emotional armor. Phoebe, unpredictable, chaotic, but secretly the wisest one in the room. Joey, loyal, lovable, and blissfully unaware of at least half of what's happening. Their flaws are exaggerated enough to be funny, but relatable enough to be comforting. They remind us that you don't need to be perfect to be loved. Imagine therapy sessions that end with pizza instead of homework. That's Friends. 4. Emotional problems with low-stakes solutions. Friends takes real issues, bills, breakups, job stress, but presents them in low-stakes, digestible ways. Ross getting stuck in the leather pants? Comedy, not catastrophe. Monica dating someone completely wrong for her? Handled with humor and quick recovery. Rachel starting a new job she's terrified of? Still ends with support, laughs, and growth. You get the illusion of facing life's issues, but at a safe, emotional distance. Just enough drama to keep you hooked, but not enough to hurt you. This is storytelling comfort food. This is therapy light, therapy zero, therapy Diet Coke. 5. Humor equals instant mood regulation. Humor releases dopamine, the same chemical behind motivation and pleasure. Friends layers jokes in 3 levels. Dialogue humor. Chandler's sarcasm equals peak serotonin. Physical humor. Joey's reactions. Situational humor. Ross's tanning disasters. You're laughing every 20 to 30 seconds. That's basically free microtherapy. And the best part? The humor isn't cruel. It's warm. It's familiar. It's never mean-spirited. Comedy plus familiarity equals emotional regulation. 6. The show grows with you. This is why Friends ages so well. When you're in your 20s, for you, Friends is about figuring out rent, career, confusion, relationship, chaos, cheap food. When you're older, Friends becomes about nostalgia, simpler times, comfort. The show evolves with you, but never changes on you. It's a psychological anchor. It's like that one friend from school who still feels exactly the same when you meet them years later. That stability is therapeutic. 7. Cozy set design that feels like a hug. This part is underrated. Friends uses warm lighting, soft colors, messy but homey interiors, lamps instead of harsh overhead lights. The apartments feel lived in, not Instagram perfect. You can almost smell the takeout. Psychologists call this environmental coziness. It triggers safety. Central Perk is designed like a second home. Warm earth tones, soft furniture, low lighting, comforting clutter. It's the visual equivalent of a hug, a virtual antidepressant. 8. It gives you the illusion of stability. Life changes constantly. Jobs come and go, relationships shift. But in the world of Friends, the group stays together. Problems get solved, people forgive each other. No one gets ghosted, ever. It provides a fantasy of emotional continuity, something we rarely get in real life. Ross and Rachel might break up 47 times, but they're still there. That predictability feels like emotional safety. 9. Brilliant writing, direction, and performances. Designed for comfort. Another reason Friends feels therapeutic is the intentional craftsmanship behind it, from the writers, to the directors, to the actors themselves. The writers mastered emotional lightness. Each episode follows a gentle rhythm, a small conflict, a burst of chaos, a perfectly timed joke, a warm moment, and a comforting resolution. It's storytelling engineered to reduce stress, not create it. The directors kept the tone cozy with wide, steady shots, soft, predictable pacing, smooth transitions, a multi-camera style that feels like a friendly stage play. Nothing abrupt, nothing overwhelming, just calm visual flow. And the actors? They're the heart of the comfort. Their chemistry feels effortless, their timing is flawless, and their reactions make even ordinary lines feel warm and familiar. Each character brings a unique energy, but together they create something deeply grounding, like coming home to people who just get you. Friends wasn't just acted well or written well, it was crafted to feel emotionally safe. That's why even decades later, it still feels like a soft landing after a long day. 10. Nostalgia equals emotional rewind button. For many, Friends is tied to childhood or teenage years. Watching it again hits the nostalgia button hard, releasing dopamine and serotonin. It pulls you back to a time when life felt simpler. That's not just TV. That's time travel therapy. Conclusion. So why does Friends feel therapeutic? Because it gives us stability, familiarity, laughter, community, and a world where problems resolve with hugs, coffee, or sarcasm. It's not just a sitcom, it's emotional comfort wrapped in 90s wallpaper. And remember, if you ever feel overwhelmed, do what Ross does. Yell, pivot, and keep going. If this made you smile, hit like, subscribe, and tell me which Friends moment always comforts you.